Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir. We are going to be talking about the geography exam and how exactly you should approach the geography paper, what should be your strategies. And with me is Miss Mary, senior geography teacher at the Geetanjali Senior School in Hyderabad, who will tell you exactly what your strategy should be, what questions you should attempt first, and how you should prepare for the geography exam. So, ma'am, first questions first. The topo sheets, which seem to be causing a lot of concern to students because either they don't understand how the whole thing is formatted, or they find it difficult to understand the questions. What should be the strategy vis-a-vis the topography questions?
Hello, sir. Yeah, topography, when they do, they should be very careful in understanding. First, they have to interpret the map, survey the map, study it clearly, and then identify what are the questions that are asked first. In section A, actually, this is for 20 marks given, where sub-questions are given, each question carries 2 marks, right? So, mostly the first question, mostly it starts with 6-figure grid reference. 6-figure or 4-figure, then comes occupation, then comes direction, then come in that only river direction, then types of roads that are asked, area, that calculations, enclosed area they are, sometimes total area, and then along the roads, okay, they have to measure it with the string. These are the questions, common questions that are asked in topo sheet. Okay, so first they have to be very clear about the question, what is there in the question paper. They should answer that first. If suppose they are not able to answer that question, they can leave a line and then go to the next question. In that way, they can save time.
Now,
It's always better to start with topo map.
what do they do in order to identify correctly and be able to answer the questions? Now, in the 2-day gap that they have before the geography exam, how should they study the geography?
First thing, sir, topo sheet, they need a lot practice. Lot of practice. They have to practice, then only it becomes easy for them to answer. Okay, because last minute, when they see the map, they feel it is easy. But when actually comes into the paper, they actually make mistake in writing the correct answer. The keyword will be missing there. Okay, especially direct questions they will answer, sir, like give reason question. Give reason basically will be asked, if they are giving that particular answer, give evidence for that. So in what way they think, the child thinks. So that they have to put it in the
For
paper.
instance, you would have had the pre-board examinations. What are the common mistakes that students were making in the topo sheets in the pre-boards?
Actually, sir, in occupation, the area will be asked, what is the occupation for that particular settlement, settlement. What they do is not for the settlement, entire map they see. And then give us common occupation.
So they need to be very, very specific to what is the question asked. That's the strategy. Now, you said they need to practice as much as possible. That is, of course, key as far as the topo sheets are concerned. Next, we come to the map marking, which is another one where they can actually score a 10 on 10. But again, there is something or the other goes wrong. Now, what should the things they should be careful about as far as the map marking?
Actually, sir, geography is very scoring. Yes, 30 marks, it is compulsory. In map pointing also, they have to keep in front of them syllabus and then do as many as possible, mark the rivers and then mark the ranges, plateaus and then passes, lakes, whatever is given, and the gulfs, water bodies basically. Okay, they have to practice. Then it is easy. Towns also, usually they make mistakes in marking exactly the towns. Right?
So the familiarity with the India map, very, very important, and whatever is part of the syllabus. Small things like you would suggest that they should use the color pencil to shape.
They have to use, sir. It is better to use.
And when they are kind of pointing out, say, river Godavari, river Krishna,
If 2-3 questions are asked of same area, then what they do is they can put an arrow and then indicate, show the direction.
and the arrow should point to,
The location. Yes.
and when you're there marking river Godavari, it should always be R. Godavari.
R. Godavari and above the river.
Again, I would ask, in the pre-boards, what are the more common mistakes that students were making with relation to map marking?
Map marking, usually they do it well, sir, because more practice we give in our school. Mostly they make mistake in arrows. In climate, when any question is asked related to climate, they make mistake in putting the arrows. Okay, see, southwest monsoon winds, they have to put arrow, Arabian seaside only. When it is Bay of Bengal specifically asked, they have to show the Bay of Bengal branch. Right, and then western disturbances, that they have to show it towards northwest region.
How much of a leniency would you show as far as, say, if they have to draw the Tropic of Cancer, etc.? Does it have to be absolutely precise, plus minus 1 millimeter?
Yes, sir. Yes, it can be, but above that Narmada, they should not go down of the Narmada. Through the Narmada, and then Damodar river. Before that, below that, they have to draw a line, and then it passes.
Generally, obviously, it has to be with free hand. You can't draw with a scale.
Yeah, it has to be freehand.
So that's as far as section A is concerned. Now let's come to section B, where you have to answer 5 questions out of 9. You have a choice of 9 questions.
9 they have to attempt
5. Transport and waste management are separate, right?
They are separate, sir. They are separate.
Because there are some school in the pre-boards they have been putting
Last year paper, it is separate.
separate. So again here the students kind of get confused about where they have to give reasons and make an error. They don't give the right keywords. They don't give a pointed answer. What would you tell students how to avoid those kind of mistakes?
Actually, sir, they should be very careful, read the question properly. They feel that it is a general question, whatever they write would be correct. But the thing, keyword they would be missing. For example, see, oil field. Mostly oil fields closely located to the sea, right? So, what is the keyword missing here? Transportation. Or maybe raw material is easy to transport. In that way, they have to write. But child may write in some other way, which actual keyword is missing here.
Geography also, especially in say chapters like mineral-based industries, the power plants, etc., the iron plants, etc., where there's a lot of where they get the coal from, where they get the water from, the biodata.
Many iron and steel plants. Now they have reduced. It is easy. They have to make it in a table form and then learn, practice them. It's easy actually. See, for example, Jaria coal. It is repeated for 2-3. So in that
They need to know. I mean, you are saying that if they put it in a table and remember, Jaria supplies coal, where all.
collaboration, location, iron and steel, raw materials, what all, iron ore, manganese, limestone, what all required. Okay, what they obtain, raw materials, they should write in a table form in order to avoid mistakes.
So, in terms of the strategy vis-a-vis the paper, time management, how much time would you allot to each? Which one they should kind of attempt first?
I feel, sir, not more than half an hour they have to spend in section A. Okay, both topo as well as map. It may take some more time, but what I say, I already told you, they should not get stuck with one question. Okay, if they don't get the answer, they have to go with the second one. Last, they can come back to that. Okay, and then they can attempt section B. Section B, they feel it is easy. And then wherever give reason questions only, they will have problems. Or otherwise, they find it easy.
So, you're saying that out of the 2 hours, if they devote the first 15 minutes, I mean, they do it intelligently, they should be able to actually handle most of the
Exactly, sir. Yeah, wisely they should use that 15 minutes also. It's something reading time, but they get the answers in that 15 minutes, right? Map pointing especially. When they see the map, they can know, okay, here I have to locate. So in mind, at least they have, immediately they can write it as the time starts to write.
You're saying that between 11 and 11:30, ideally they should finish off both the topography as well as the map marking. If anything is left, come back to it later. Finish off the 5 questions. So after they finish attempting the 5, they come back if they have anything to do with the topography and thing. Right. Thank you very much for all the strategies, tips, advice, suggestions that you have, clarifications that you have given. And I am sure the students will find this very, very useful. Thank you very much. Thank you.